So Candace Owens just exposed Daily Wire and even Mike Pompeo over their latest behaviors and comments regarding targeted media threats and the suppression of history. So Candace Owens has navigated a series of alarming tactics that are threats to her, and watches Candace Owens highlights a bizarre promotional video that sounds like a threat and is really creepy, by the way, against her personal safety. And furthermore, Candace Owens calls out the blatant hypocrisy in political leadership, specifically pointing to Mike Pompeo's remarks about editing future textbooks to minimize civilian casualties in Gaza. So here's Candace Owens right now, simply exposing Mike Pompeo as well as the Daily Wire. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Like, evil is becoming more radical, more obvious, and more noticeable to most of us who had never considered that any of this was possible. And a part of that is just recognizing how fake the media is, And this brings me to Daily Wire, unhinged. I don't even know what to say. They have dropped another video that kind of, if I'm being honest, feels like a laced threat. They are mocking Egyptian planes, but they have put in a voiceover, again, dropped on my old socials. So using my face to attack me in a really strange way by suggesting that they are following my every move and my every personal decision that I make, that they will be watching me. So I'm going to let you watch the video that they dropped on my socials.
You should be obsessed with traveling, not just the destination, but the experience of getting there. When you travel with us, you'll feel warmth, you'll feel welcomed, and you'll feel watched. Because every seat comes with the peace of mind of knowing someone is following you with 2 planes. This is what you can expect when you fly with At Egyptian Air, we definitely never mix up our time zones, flight numbers, or flight times. We know every journey is your personal business. After all, your personal business is our business. Is our motto. Egyptian Air, wherever you travel, we will follow.
And so they've colored the letters there. I'm a text for watched, followed, we will follow. I don't even know what to say to that. Like I told you, they're unhinged. It's been going on, by the way. It's like gangstalking. It's just been going on for 2 years consistently behind the scenes. Now they're just kind of gone mass down and people are seeing it in front of the scenes. Like, I just am not allowed to be fired from that company. And I don't know what to really say or do about that other than just to keep publicizing that I find their behavior to be alarming. It's discomforting. And there's something about this that feels very dangerous to me. And that feels like a warning, as many people said, a threat, a laced threat, the weird devilish voice at the end, we will follow you, and then having a plane then burst into flames. It's not a joke. They don't mean it to be a joke at all. So yeah, there you go. We'll just put that out there. Last.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. Sorry about that. I'm having some audio issues with my microphone. That kind of looked creepy to me. I mean, I'm not sure if it was, satire on their part or perhaps maybe, Daily Wire is probably, trolling her, or it could be an actual threat. I'm not necessarily sure. I'll be honest. I haven't really watched, Daily Wire lately, and because of the whole stuff that's been happening and stuff. But at the same time, I mean, is this like a threat, or is it something that's satire in effort to mock Candace? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below. But either way, I mean, anyone's going to take this take it seriously, because I would say it's satire because of, what was recently happening at the TPUSA events and stuff, where or even not just the TPUSA events, but also with, the whole Erica Kirk and Barry Weiss CBS interview and everything. So it's the so-called town hall where it was brought up about the Egyptian planes and stuff. That could have been a reason right there, but I don't know, because this is all a little bit suspicious to me. Call me conspiracy theorist or whatever, but that's what I'm thinking so far.
Before I get to some of your comments, I just wanted to also, Mike Pompeo, former U.S. Secretary of State, Tucker had exposed that during his time at the CIA, I believe it was Mike Pompeo. Am I correct, you guys, just in my ear, that he tried to have what's his face murdered? Julian Assange. It was Pompeo, right? Okay, you fact check that before. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Tucker had exposed that. I think it was Mike Pompeo. I will correct that momentarily if I'm wrong. But anyways, they are just openly discussing how they need to edit history books. I was correct? Yeah, he discussed options to take out Assange just to make sure we're above bar there. Anyways, he is sitting down and discussing how in the future they're just going to have to edit out of textbooks for kids that are in school the part about how they murdered tens and thousands of Palestinian women and children and innocent men because it's just not good for their aims. Here's him in his own words. Take a listen.
The next generation of young people won't remember October 7th in the same way. That's true in Israel and in America and broadly in the world. And we need to make sure two things. One, it's not that we don't forget. We need to make sure that the story is told properly so that when the history books write this, they don't write about the victims of Gaza, right? They can't. The history, and it's. I should be a little more precise. There were victims in Gaza, right? It's true. There are civilian casualties in every war that's ever been fought. But the victims were the people of the nation state of Israel. That the aggressor was the Iranian regime in the proxy of Hamas. And we need to make sure that the history books reflect that. And that requires each of us every day to talk about it in real time with our children, with our grandchildren, about it in a way that is serious and thoughtful and complete and moral.
I just love it. They started applauding. They were just like, yep, got to keep that part out of the textbooks about the innocent Palestinians. He's like, we're on camera. We just need to make sure the focus is just on the Israelis, because that matters more to us and the CIA. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Everyone's just gone mask down, I think, is what I'd like to say about that. In conclusion, we will throw it to some of our sponsors, then I'm going to.
I mean, let's be real here. Audio issue again. So, yeah, Candace Owens is definitely right about that, because the fact of the matter is that, let's be real here. If they want to do this and stuff for history books and all of that, that's basically, censorship. And I'm amazed that it has to be Candace Owens to say this, and the mainstream media is not even, talking about it. Surprise, surprise, because, well, a lot of these and the mainstream media outlets are controlled by the land that Ben Shapiro loves. Okay. So the fact of the matter is Candace Owens is definitely, dropped nukes on this whole thing, exposing not only Mike Pompeo as well as the Daily Wire, because let's be real here. It's just basically a revolving door of them being exposed and stuff openly, admitting these things, but at the same time, they're trying to hide them, especially from the voices like Candace Owens out there. So, yeah, this is just basically a situation that the Daily Wire has got themselves into, as well as even, exposing the very figures from the first Trump administration that's a part of the establishment. And Candace Owens has done a great job in doing that. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.